restart the stream again. Because I don't know if things are going to improve, you know? So, who knows. In the green, we have... Oh, Turks again! The Turk rematch! In the green, we have JonSnow. In the red, we have Dracont. And we are doing it again. Look how symmetrical these maps are. With the exception of the relics. Holy crap, look at that! Let's see what happens here, guys. Again, great to have you guys here. Thank you for joining the cast today. I think we will do maybe 1 or 2 more arena games if they continue to play after this. And then we will go on to some of the Europe recs. I will talk about Europe and everything afterwards. But let's talk about the maps now. JonSnow, another really nice base for him. He has his main stone and his main gold behind his TC. On the front, he has another stone there. Where are his deer at to lure? Deer aren't the best, but still he can deal with that. Another gold there. Of course, it's always nice to have a little bit of space in the back. Guys, what does this map look like? Now, this is more of a Geodude map, right? Right? Think so. Nice to have the extra space and the safe resources. So very good. And Dracont, the AOC gods, not really favoring him. That very forward main gold, which JonSnow will be able to scout later on. He does have 1 relic, but you can see the other 2 golds are here. And a player of JonSnow's quality will see those 2 golds there. He will see this gold, and he's going to say, hey, there's nothing in his base. I'm going to pressure the crap out of this guy. Dracont does have stone in the back, which is nice. So I imagine he'll go for a castle. Same strategy as last time, that's my guess. But he needs to get the castle up earlier and actually protect the gold. I'm going to be very surprised if JonSnow goes for a castle drop again. You never see a castle drop. Well, never would be a wrong word because we just saw it, but you rarely see a castle drop at this level. But again, I will repeat myself because I don't think the last game will go to YouTube. So, Turks, what is the metagame here? Well, what you often see is a castle on the front and then boom behind, or you will go castle on the front and then fast imp. Oh, scouts are actually fighting here. JonSnow's going back. And this is right next to the deer from Dracont. Dracont's going to want to lure these puppies in. There's 4 of them. Scout battles are really important, actually. In Turk Wars, obviously, these scouts turn into Light Cav in the Castle Age because they get that free upgrade. Okay. All eyes are on Dracont for this, I think. Oh, the scouts are back. Oh, this is going to be a close fight. I actually think Dracont's going to lose this one. He is going to lose this one. Are you kidding me? 3 HP. He's going to have to send a villager. JonSnow is annoying. He was losing the fight before, but he came in and got the first hit again. And then it was basically tied, but there's always that millisecond in between. Now he's going to run in with his scout and just scout around. And what does he see? The main gold. This is impressive stuff. Now, guys, you don't want to sacrifice your scout by running in, but sometimes it's worth it. In this case, JonSnow, I think he's just going to try and delay the deer luring because he knows that the scout from Dracont cannot be healed. So he's probably going to hang around this area, but he sees this main gold. He sees these 2 golds. Probably a good guess Dracont doesn't have anything else in his base, so I think JonSnow is going to be aggressive. Mr. Red Floyd 2, welcome to the T90 Elite. Welcome to the Lag Fest, because it is starting up again. I don't know why, but this is the life I'm living right now. I'm calling it JonSnow will drop another castle. JonSnow is saying Drush incoming. He is going to trigger Dracont so much with that comment. Dracont saying and. Just saying wall. Dracont says I'm used to Drush. He's not drushing. That would actually be a funny move to drush through that hole in the wall. So Love Potion number 9 seems to think that there's going to be a castle drop here. Dracont needs to not say anything. Listen, Dracont, this is your advice for the day. Next time someone tries to trigger you, be triggered, but don't let them know you're triggered. Just don't say anything, man. Don't say a word, okay? Because people know you get tilted, and they do it on purpose. Eventually, it would all go away. Yeah, 2 on gold now for JonSnow. We'll see if he goes to stone and does that castle build. But Dracont likely will. He's already going back there. Now, have they scouted the relics? Oh, wow, this is interesting. Okay, so JonSnow hasn't scouted the 4 relics over here. 4 relics! So basically, if you can get 1, you could probably get all 4. If no one else is going for him. Dracont also hasn't scouted them. What's up with the scouting here? Dracont's gonna try and lure in a deer now, but this has certainly hurt him. Oh, jeez. Okay, so he's gone up on 26 villagers with no deer. He might have the resources, sorry. Excuse me. But I do feel like that's a little bit risky. Then again, he got the farms up really early, and he has a few extra on berries. Should be fine. I always try and criticize these players' build orders, and then I always figure it out. JonSnow's gone up later this time. Where's he collecting stone at? Oh, over there. I did see that, and for some reason I didn't think of it. So 3 on stone, and probably after he clicks up to the castle age, he'll send 3 more. Maybe even 2 more would be fine. So market for Dracont, probably blacksmith going up as well then. Lots of wood for JonSnow. Market blacksmith, but you can see how much wood he has left over. And he only has 3 farms. If he would have used that extra wood for farms, that would have helped out his food eco. And now he's going to go for farms now, but this is not going to help him out. Still a little bit later on, he's going to place some stone wall there. Love Potion still thinks that Dracont is going to be castle dropped. I don't know. If Dracont's going to be castle dropped, he's going to be more prepared this time. He has more stone. He's going to be faster at the castle age. He will place a castle here or here. Better position would probably be here, I imagine. He's beaten JonSnow this time. And again, when you send villagers forward like that, you're so exposed. It's such a risk. I think JonSnow will know better this time. Fool me once. Shame on me. Wait. Does that apply here? No. Dracont should know better, and I think he'll be fine. So, once the castles come up, we're going to see the monasteries, and we're going to see the janissaries, and then we'll probably see the imperial age at some point. I don't think we're going to see a castle age push. Now, have they scouted the relics yet? JonSnow has not scouted 4 of these relics, and then Dracont hasn't either. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that's insane. I can't believe that on Arena, at this level, they haven't scouted them. Okay, now finally JonSnow's going over. There we go. So there's 1, and he's going to be happy to see that there's 3 more if he goes to the right. He'll find them eventually. He can't make a monk till he's in the castle age anyway, so why scout early? That's what he's thinking. So there's the castle for Dracont. So he should be fine. No villagers running forward for JonSnow. The love potion, you were wrong, man. I was right. And then probably a castle here. Yep, castle there for JonSnow. TMA attack says, does anyone know how long it takes to get the message on screen after donation? Normally it's pretty quick. In like 15-20 seconds, I think. Just like the delay of the stream itself. But I guess it depends how you donate too. If you end up doing e-check, then it will take a couple days to approve, but I've only had that happen like once or twice, so. Any PayPal or like credit card donation is pretty fast. Mem, good to see you in the chat if you're still there, man. Thanks for stopping by today. Okay, so Still on stone for JonSnow, so he might be going for enough stone for that next TC, making some Janissaries and making the monks. Now, has Dracont scouted the relics? Guys, this is inexcusable. But I wonder if he's kind of... I don't know. Because his scout was on low HP, I wonder if he's a little bit hesitant to scout. Doesn't want to lose that, but why not? You definitely want to keep the light cav alive. JonSnow's going to chase this down now. And this could be okay for Dracont. I feel like he fought a little bit early with his light cav, but basically he was trying to lure the light cav from JonSnow into the Janissaries. The monastery just now going up for Dracont. That's really late for him. No extra TC yet. JonSnow could go for that extra town center, but he's still on stone, which leads me to believe he might go for another castle, which would be really peculiar. But because he's still on stone, he hasn't transferred to anything else yet. He might do that. What's up, Tom Hanks? Good to see you here, man. Okay, so light cavs. The battle has gone down, and JonSnow's lost his light cav, but this is only a 12 HP, 5 HP light cav, so not really important. They're fighting for the relics. JonSnow has 2 already. Remember that comment I made earlier about if you collect 2, you should be able to get all 4? Oh, Dracont has scouted this now. Monks could play a role here with some conversions. 1 conversion. Basically a kill.
I was wrong. I am sorry.
You don't have to apologize, man. You're just making me look good, Love Potion. That's it. That's it. It was all part of the plan. Thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so JonSnow did get all 4. So I was right there too. Man, I am on the ball today. Extra TC now for JonSnow. I still feel like he's going for another castle here. He's still on stone. He does have just enough stone left there too to go for another castle. Why would he go for another castle? I'm not sure. Game sound is really low compared to your microphone. Okay. I will have to look at that later on. It does look pretty high. Yeah, I'll have to deal with that later on. Thanks, buddy. And now you're spamming it. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Dracont's still on 1 TC, which leads me to believe he might go up on 1 TC. Still has a few villagers on stone, which leads me to believe he might go for 2 castles himself in the Imperial Age. But Dracont's going a different route. He's on 3 TC, so he's going for the extra economy. And you know what? That's not a bad idea then, to be on this stone. If he's thinking Dracont's going to go up fast imp, 2 castles would help with Janissary production, and he'll have the economy to do that. But 4 relics for JonSnow, relatively safe. Remember, he has all this space in the back. Extra gold there as well. He's sending units forward, and a siege workshop now for Dracont. Any upgrades on these units? Yeah, no upgrades, just more units for JonSnow at the moment. No units going down just yet. But Dracont has just clicked up to the Imperial Age. So he's going to go Bombard Cannons, and he's going to go Janissaries. Will the Bombard Cannons be enough? He's trying to get the Siege Workshops up, obviously. But this has been denied, so this is another good victory for JonSnow. I just don't know if JonSnow is going to have the resources to do what he needs. If you go fast imp like this, now this isn't necessarily fast, but if you go 1 TC fast imp, guys, you don't have a lot of resources. You don't have many villagers. So he's going to want to make Bombard Cannons the most expensive siege unit in the game, and he's not going to have the number of Janissaries to protect them. So his Bombard Cannons are really going to have to protect him. And now 2 castles for JonSnow on the front, and JonSnow, even if he loses some fights in the middle, is going to have some time. But you can expect he's going to try and rush to the Castle Age now as well, going for his own Siege Workshop. But he needs to continue to make Janissaries for sure. But the one thing about Bombard Cannons, if you mass them with Turks, they can be really strong. We've seen it so many times. But will Dracont have enough? Well, this strategy choice has been chosen. And really good micro there from JonSnow. Look at that. Really good micro from him. He knows he has more units. JonSnow has to know what's coming out. 2 siege workshops. Only 1 castle. Look at the build difference. 18. Okay, so I'll remind you guys, if there's a little bit of lag, just refresh today. Sir Admiral Gold, you may have missed it. There's 4 relics for JonSnow, and then there's 1 for Dracont. I did address that earlier, but you might just be joining, so good to see you here. The Mad Mafia, when will we see Regicide Rumble number 3? It's already on YouTube, my man. It's already up. So you already saw it. Okay, bombard cannons are out. Let's see how the micro is. You have to be really careful if you're JonSnow here. 12 range versus your 8 range. Monk's gonna be healing up the units. Not gonna really play a part here. They can't convert these guys. Dracont not in a bad position because JonSnow still far away from Imp. We'll see how the micro is. Oh, geez, look at this micro. Sending in 4, trying to pick up a bombard cannon. Dracont has to continue to push here. To everyone wondering what's going on, we're just casting expert games. So these are live expert games at the moment. They aren't planned like tournaments or anything. So I've been doing that a lot lately, but this is just a regular expert game between 2 good arena players. So I don't really have any plans except doing some Europe stuff later on. But geez, look at this. This could be really bad for JonSnow with the bombard cannons behind and the fact they're so tanky. I think that JonSnow could be in trouble, but it's so hard to tell still. There's a lot more bombard cannons behind, or sorry, Janissaries behind for JonSnow. He's sending in the battering rams as a meat shield. But 4 bombard cannons, more will be coming out. But JonSnow recognizes what he needs to do. He needs to go in and pick off these bombard cannons as fast as possible. Can he get another one? He did get another one. Can he get a 3rd? Oh, don't tell me the battering ram's gonna do it. Don't tell me the battering ram's gonna chase that all the way back. No way! No way! That 1 battering ram? Are you kidding me? It's on 2 HP? Dracont, not like this. Not like this. Don't let it happen. No! Get away from that thing, man! Run away! Jeez, that's hilarious that 1 battering ram has chased this 1 bombard cannon the entire way back. Oh, man. Okay, well, 3 castles now for JonSnow. He's still in the castle age. Battering rams were genius. And oh, the battering ram did finish it off as well. I missed it. I missed it. Check that out. The battering ram finished it off. How did that even happen? Was the castle not firing on it? Maybe it was another one. I don't know. But either way, JonSnow, he has continued to produce units, but he also needs the Imperial Age upgrade. So, you know, you're continuing to produce villagers. It's very complicated. I can't believe that ram did that. We're gonna have to go back and watch that at some point. Rams are obviously pretty strong here. They're good meat shield against the Janissaries, and then the bombard cannons have to focus on the rams instead of your own Janissaries. So it's not a bad move. And pretty genius one at that, but you can see if the bombard cannons do connect, the ram will go down pretty quick. Yeah, I thought it was a different ram. Because there's 2 here, so. But that's funny that JonSnow sent those rams in just for the bombard cannons. I figured it was just for a meat shield. Interesting thing to point out. Dracont has to come out to this gold now. He's out of this gold. He still doesn't have 4 relics. But at this point, he's wasting rams, I think. So Dracont, though he doesn't have the 40, let's see if I can do math on stream, 44 extra villagers that JonSnow has, he does have the bombard cannons. Will the bombard cannons make a difference? We'll see here in a second. Oh, the battering ram coming in again. Gotta be careful with these things, man. Oh, geez. Look at this. JonSnow making a move. Will it be a bad move? I think this is a good move for him. Dracont gonna lose all of his expensive units again. He doesn't have the relics. He's moved on to his extra golds. Oh, jeez. This is just awful for Dracont. And you know what? You have to respect the play from JonSnow as well. He came in so fast, lightning fast with those units. And he's still in the Castle Age, and Dracont's gonna call the GG. Wow. Honestly, I'm not surprised he called the GG there. If you lose your units like that, your push is stalled, and JonSnow's economy is so much greater, he's gonna be able to do that all day then. Those 5 bombard cannons were so important. They could have taken some shots at JonSnow, but it didn't happen. Importantly, JonSnow had his units on spread formation too, so if they were fired upon, they wouldn't have received as much damage. But yeah, that was really impressive play from JonSnow. But I think the exciting thing about that is that we got to see 2 completely different tactics there. 2 different styles. Fast imp versus just a full-on boom. But if you ever have to face a fast imp, you have to continue to produce in the Castle Age, okay? Just like JonSnow did. Because if you try and click up the imp with all those resources, oftentimes they'll kill you. You need to use your resources to kill their low eco, but strong approach. And that's exactly what JonSnow did there. Okay. So, now we can have a game where we can look at the achievements and it'll mean something. There's the units killed. Dracont had more units killed. JonSnow with more largest army. But there's the extra economy for you. And keep in mind that JonSnow did have the extra relics as well. His base was pretty much untouched. Extra food, wood, stone, gold, technology stats. Obviously, JonSnow did not hit the Imperial Age. And, did Dracont have elite Jans? No, he did not. He did not have them. There's the relics, and yeah, guys. So let me